28-7, Brush leading Faith Christian. We'll begin the third quarter momentarily with the Beet Diggers receiving this second half kickoff. I'm John Beltran with Dave Urich from Beet Digger Stadium. And who would have anticipated the Beet Diggers being this good? Well, I think when you watch a few plays like we did to start the game, and you saw the way the Brush offense was executing, I mean, it almost looked a little bit like a carbon copy of the way they ran last week in the early going, Dave.
Yeah, they did. They ran the ball so well. But, one thing you brought up earlier about, how Brush, kind of handed it to Fort Morgan and everything last week. Last I heard, Fort Morgan's playing Mountain View pretty tough. So, maybe Morgan's not as bad as what everybody thought they were. Maybe Brush is just playing that well.
16-0 Mountain View at the half of that particular game. And Evan Marshall will kick it off. Beet Diggers have yet to take the field, but more than likely it'll be Shea Hansen back there with Joe Rosenbrock. With the Beet Diggers clicking on all cylinders, a 3-touchdown lead at home. We'll be on the road next week in Ray against the Eagles. It'll kick off at 7 o'clock. Beet Digger blast off at 6 o'clock.
Rosenbrock's 180, 185 pounds back there, returning the kickoff. Hansen's all of 190 pounds back there. How would you like to take those guys on full steam?
Yeah, let's see if Faith Christian takes a chance with an onside. If they took a chance on a 4th and 3, you never know how they're going to open up the second half here. And this will be, it's a high, short kick. Fielded, and it's going to bounce a few times, and Rosenbrock picks it up at the 12, running to his left. He's down at the 15, hesitation by the Beet Diggers. And Rosenbrock was taken down after a short return. Tackle was made over there, looked like, by Dylan Tucker. 1st and 10 for the Beet Diggers at their own 15-yard line. This could be a blessing in disguise if Brush runs the football just as effectively as they did in the opening half, as they could take some time off the clock, and who knows what could happen here. 1st and 10 at the 15-yard line. The back split. Garcia will hand it off to Weiser running right, cuts it back towards the 20-yard line, and check that. Skylar Seawald, the ball carrier. It'll be a gain of 5 to the 20, 2nd down and 5, and Seawald was corralling that football with that offhand because Faith Christian was attempting to strip it.
You betcha. They're ripping and tearing at it, and whenever you got guys that fight and stand up and they don't go down very easy, those guys just keep piling in there and try to peel the ball out even more.
All right, now Seawald is out, and Weiser is in for this play along with Rosenbrock, split in the backfield. 2nd down and 5. Garcia is going to hand it off to Rosenbrock running left, and he's hit in the backfield. He loses a yard. Penetration all over that play by the Faith Christian defensive line. Derek McCartney was the first man in on the tackle, but Rosenbrock was strong enough to get back to the line of scrimmage. 3rd down and 5. Let's see if Faith Christian's done their homework, because, Dave, you and I know that 3rd and 5, back at the 20, this is usually bootleg time.
Yep, Brush running that 30 series. They ran that trap, and then they come back with that off tackle on Rosenbrock. The third part of it is the boot.
On 3rd and 5, Garcia is going to hand it off left side, and a gain of maybe 1. Boy, Skylar Seawald was hit after a short gain. Faith Christian read that perfectly. Brian Albright and Derek McCartney were in on the tackle. It'll be 4th down and 4, and the Beet Diggers have to punt, and C.J. Kukas will be tested immediately here to begin the third quarter.
Faith Christian brings a lot of different people into the game here on the punt receive. This series, they've done a better job on that defensive line of controlling the line of scrimmage and gaining ground.
Perfect snap to C.J. Kukas. He gets it off end over end. It's going to be fielded at the 44 by Tyler Essa, and he's going to be spun down there by Rosenbrock at the 45-yard line.
Rosenbrock had to fight through a block to make the tackle, and then once he made it, it was kind of just an arm tackle, but he's so strong, he just held on with one arm, and Essa had to spin right over the top of Rosenbrock, and he kind of tripped over his body. Nice play there by Joe, and just that typical hustle we just love to see him play with.
Punt of 36 yards, a return of 2. You like to see that difference. So Faith Christian, though, has very good field position at the 44-yard line with 9:57 to go in the third. Trailing by a score of 28-7. They can get right back into the game should they score here, especially since the Beat Diggers couldn't take up much time on that possession. Shotgun formation for Alex Buckman, and he's going to option left with a football. He'll pitch it left over there on the left side to Toole, and Toole has a couple of yards maybe. Boy, some penetration out there along the far sideline, and that was Tanner Morrow again making the play and holding Toole to a gain of only 2.
You know, he's doing a good job. His first steps as a corner, they're backward, but he's just so fast. He flies up so fast and does a good job of making low tackles with his head in front.
2nd down and 8 for the 48-yard line of Faith Christian. Over 2.5 minutes into the third, the Beat Diggers lead 28-7 on 3 touchdown runs and a touchdown pass from Eric Garcia. Buckman back to throw, looking left, pressure coming, throws off his back foot, and I think the pass was caught by Toole, but he was on the ground when he caught it. He should have dropped that ball back at the 44 because it's a loss of 4, and it'll be 3rd down at about 12.
Well, that was a bad mistake there by Toole. Diggers were right out there, though. They had people over there ready to make the tackle.
Yeah, you either let that ball drop or you have to stay on your feet. You can't catch that ball and be on the turf because, like college football, amateur football, once you're down, even if you're not touched, the play is over. 3rd down and 12 for the 44. Shotgun for Buckman. He's got the football rolling to his left, wants to take off with it. Now he does along the sideline, and he's got a few yards. He's across the 45 to around the 50. Eric Garcia was over there along with, I believe, Kyle Hefner. He'll gain, 6 yards in the play. It'll be 4th down and 6 from midfield.
You know, the Diggers just don't let him stretch him from sideline to sideline. Coach Creighton in his defensive scheme, I noticed he was sending Rosenbrock that time. He's trying to get more pressure back there on the quarterback.
Evan Marshall to punt. Joe Rosenbrock backing up towards the 15-yard line. Marshall awaits a snap. He's got it. Heavy rush, and the Beat Diggers nearly got to the football. High end over end towards the sideline. Rosenbrock fair catches the football at the 17-yard line. I don't know how that wasn't blocked, but nonetheless, it's a punt of 33 yards with no return, and with 7:50 to go in the third, the Beat Diggers start at their own 17-yard line. See Mike Boehm at the Farmers Insurance Group, that is Farmers Insurance Group at 216 Edison Street in Brush.
Diggers really needing a first down right now to dig themselves out of that hole and start winning this field position battle.
1st and 10 at the 17-yard line. Brush leading 28-7. Lining up along that right hash mark. Garcia's going to hand it off to Weiser running left, and he dives to around the 20-yard line before he's tripped up by Derek McCartney. I'll give him, close to 3. Be 2nd down and 7. Now the Beat Diggers just want to run clock. I mean, I know we still have over 19 minutes of football to go, but you've got a 3-touchdown lead, and your defense is playing outstanding.
There's some confusion on this play here. Garcia didn't really get the play, didn't know what the formation was, I think. He had to come over here by the sideline and finish the call with Coach Strite.
Well, Beat Diggers are going to have to race up to the line of scrimmage. Still some time on the play clock there at 5 seconds, now at 4. Garcia 2nd down and 7, back to throw, looking over the middle of the pass is incomplete. Shea Hansen was well covered at the 35-yard line by Evan Marshall. 3rd down and 7.
That was a good play, though, right over the middle. I think if it had been on the mark, maybe a little bit lower, Shea had a step on the kid, and he found the seam. The ball was just a little high.
Dave, I would not be surprised here, 3rd down and 7, if the Beat Diggers run the football. You don't want to make a mistake this deep in your own territory. Nearly 5 minutes have elapsed. You've got a sizable lead. 3rd down and 7 from your own 20. Kukas is lined up to the left. Of course, this could be bootleg time as well. In motion to the right is Hansen. Garcia on the bootleg right, tries to swing it to the outside, gets the block, swings it back towards the middle, but he's got a yard, maybe 2, and that's it. As Faith Christian was there to make the tackle, they read that play perfectly. It'll be 4th down, and for Garcia, a gain of 2, 4th and 5, and the Beat Diggers for the 2nd time inside of 6 minutes elapsed. And the 3rd quarter will have to punt.
Yep, they run it over there on that side of the field on the Faith sideline, and Garcia was trying to stretch it out, but they had a little bit of containment over there. He tried to cut it back against the grain, and the Faith Christian kids just showed how athletic they were, and the speed they had, they were able to close in on him quick.
Kukas awaits the snap. There it is. He gets it off a booming punt, a spiraling punt. It's fielded at the 42, and Rosenbrock tackles Isaac Henry. As soon as he caught the football, Rosenbrock was right there to bring him down.
That is hustle. That is just hustle. He ran right through the blocker. He basically knocked the blocker back into the return man, and then he made the tackle. He almost tackled both of them by himself.
36-yard punt, 1-yard return. But again, Faith Christian has established field position that the Beet Diggers have not in this third quarter. They start at their 44-yard line. Second straight time they start at the 44. Last time they went 3 and out. First and 10 for the Eagles. For all of your auto supply needs, stop by Central Auto Parts in Fort Morgan. Shotgun formation for Buckman. He has the football, throws it out in the left flat. That pass is caught along the left sideline, across the 50 to around the 46-yard line. The gain of 10 and a first down. And pass over there was caught by Tyler Essa. Skylar Seawald assisted on that tackle. And now it's at the Beet Digger 46-yard line.
109 yards now for Faith. They've completed 11 out of 16 passes.
First down and 10. Inside of 6 minutes to go in the third. Buckman. He'll flip it out to the right. The ball is fumbled, and it's loose. Shea Hanson's going for it, but the Beet Diggers still have it. It went running off the hands of Oren Jewell, and the Beet Diggers recover the football. It was taken away over there by Austin Acosta. And Brush has the football at midfield. Third turnover for Faith Christian.
Coach Creighton's defense is just, there's so much pressure out there. You know, you have to believe the Faith Christian people are saying, well, this isn't like us. We don't fumble the ball that often. But why? It's because as soon as he gets the pitch, he knows that those linebackers and defensive ends are right on him. So his eyes aren't on the ball.
Let's see if the Beet Diggers can just really break it open. They're up by 3 scores, but you know they won another one. First and 10 from midfield. Garcia is going to hand it off right up the gut. And that is Skylar Seawald to around the 46. The tackle was made over there by Zach Lamb, the 5'10", 225-pound junior defensive lineman. They'll give him only 3 as the football is just inside the Faith Christian 47, second down and 7.
Well, it was a great fake, though. Everybody thought Garcia had the football. There's a defensive end over here on the Brush sideline for Faith Christian, ran in there and tried to tackle him.